Okay, this is Mr. Renfro. Started this the other day in class. I want to make sure I completed for both classes. So please watch this video before doing your assignments for today. So let's go ahead and go over this one more time. All right. If I'm combining shapes to make one shape, okay, first I look at the shapes that I'm given. I'm given a rectangle in this case, and I'm given a right triangle as the other shape. Okay. In order to make one shape out of both of these, I need to combine them. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be combining and then dividing them. Okay, first we'll combine them. So if I move this right triangle to the end here, I can make a trapezoid. Remember, a trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides. Okay, one pair of parallel sides. That's what makes a trapezoid a trapezoid. So I just combine those two shapes to make a trapezoid. Pretty easy. Okay. Now this one is two right triangles. Now you can manipulate your shapes. You don't have to just use your shapes like this, okay? Because that doesn't make anything. I can move them up here, move them up here. That doesn't mean anything. Sometimes you have to rotate your shapes. Okay. If I rotate this shape, okay, this way and combine it, then I've made a square. Okay, so two right triangles make a square. Now, this one, this one is fairly easy. I have two squares. Okay, with two squares, if you combine them, what shape do you think you're going to make? Hopefully you can visually see that and say a rectangle. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. I can combine them here and make a rectangle, or I can move it down here and make a rectangle, or heck, I can move it over here and make a rectangle. It really doesn't matter. Okay, as long as I combine the two to make one shape. So that's a rectangle. Right? Now here we've got two, basically almost looks like equilateral triangles. Okay, two triangles. Now what shape could I combine with this? Well, this is not so easy to see because this doesn't make a square. So, if I turn this over and combine it, I'm not making a square, but I am making a different quadrilateral. Anybody know what that quadrilateral is that I just made? Hopefully you said a rhombus, because a rhombus is a quadrilateral that has four equal sides. Okay, four equal sides. It's close to a parallelogram. Now, if I really wanted to get technical, I would measure each side. If all four sides were the same length, it would be a rhombus. Yeah, I think it is a rhombus. Okay, but if they weren't the same size, then it would be a parallelogram. Okay, but I think it's a rhombus. Right? Now this one. Okay, so you need to practice moving it. So if I move this shape over here, that doesn't make anything. That's not a new shape. When I combine those two, it doesn't make a new shape. If I move it over here, it doesn't make a new shape. If I put it on top here, it doesn't make a new shape. It looks like a boat, but that's not a shape. Okay? Now, what I need to do is rotate this one and then put it on the bottom. And then I've made a trapezoid and a triangle and made one large triangle. Okay? So that's what we did with that. We had a trapezoid here, a triangle here, and we combined them to make one large triangle. Hopefully you're catching on. You have to manipulate some of these. Some of these you can't just slide over and just attach it and it makes a new shape. Some of them you have to move and rotate. Okay? All right, this one. Okay? This one, if I try to attach it, again, I can't put it up here, but I can put it over here. Okay? Now what does that make? That makes a trapezoid. You could also rotate this carefully. make a trapezoid this way. So there's two ways to make a trapezoid. Okay, so this is basically an isosceles triangle and a rhombus. Okay, that we have combined to make a trapezoid. Okay, now we're going to separate the shapes. Okay, when we separate shapes, we usually have a line. Everybody see the white line right here? Okay, the white line, right now this shape is a trapezoid because it has 1, 2 pairs of parallel sides, or one pair of parallel sides. Okay, so what two shapes make up this trapezoid? Well, a square and a right triangle. That's the two shapes that make up this trapezoid. Right? If I divide this shape, okay, what have I made? Okay, well, right now it's a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram. Okay, if I divide it, then I have 1, 2 rhombi, or rhombuses, I guess. Rhombus. Anyway, it would be rhombus. This would be a rhombus, this would be a rhombus. This parallelogram would become 2 rhombuses. All right. Now, we've got a hexagon here. A hexagon is a 6-sided polygon. If I divide it along that white line, what does it make? It makes one trapezoid here, one trapezoid here, so 2 trapezoids. All right? What about this trapezoid? What shapes make it? Well, that would be 1, 2, 3 triangles, Mr. Renfro. 3 triangles make up this trapezoid. Then I got a pentagon. Pentagon is a 5-sided polygon. Okay? And what's on top of this pentagon, if I divide it, divide it at this white line, well, that would be a triangle and a trapezoid. And lastly, okay, this is the last one. What are the 3 shapes that I have divided in this figure? Now this figure is just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an octagon because it has 8 sides. Okay? Now it's not any particular, it doesn't look like a stop sign, but it is an octagon because it has 8 sides. Okay, well this has been divided into 2 more sections, or 3 total sections. 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, by 2 white lines. Maybe that was a better way to say it. The 2 white lines have divided it into 3 shapes. Okay? Now, what is the top shape? Trapezoid. What is the middle shape? A rectangle. And what is the bottom shape? A parallelogram. So hopefully that helps you out with just a quick review on combining and separating shapes.